Okay. Live now. Okay, let's see.
Appreciate it, Jay. Thanks for all the love, man. All right, we're about to get this started right now, man.
How you get 20 props already? You don't want to have a difficulty. I'm just saying.
Right, I feel you. All right. This is 2-cent deposit on sports. Yeah. If you guys follow Get With It Sports, you know we always do this round table where we discuss the certain sports topics and we tell us, we give our 2-cent deposit on each and every sports topic that we talk about. Yeah. Tonight we will be talking about the NFL Divisional round recap. And after that, we will be talking about the Coaching Carousel in the NFL. There's some surprises. Some people, I don't know who the hell they are, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about Peterson in Philadelphia? You talking about that guy?
Hey, I don't know. No, nothing about that. But anyway, and then we'll talk about that because I think you could talk to people that's still playing. That's just me. Yeah. If they talked to them, they were still playing.
No, because one of our coaches did a couple interviews. Sean McDermott did a couple of interviews at San Francisco and another place. So yeah, he did a couple.
So you mean it's not official yet until the playoffs? So
right,
I got you. All right, but let's stop being disrespectful. I'm your host, Glass, from Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. Where I got to me on my co-host right here, my partner in crime, part of the Prime Sports Star Coalition, Big Q from Team Board TV. What's up, bro?
I am good. I'm glad to be here. Listen, it's a new platform, but it's a little janky, but I like it though.
I know.
Twitter deal, I like it. We might be able to make this work.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
we could use it. All right. I want to thank Ezra for joining in. I know you got to go and everything. He's supposed to join us tonight, but he got other things to take care of. But I appreciate you joining in and chiming in when you can. I want to appreciate Jay O'Leans from Love Sports and Hip Hop. If you haven't checked out the show, go to Spreaker.com and check it out. He got some good stuff. I appreciate you joining in, Jay. But let's go ahead and get on with the divisional round recap.
Do it.
First off, we got the Kansas City Chiefs and New England Patriots. It was a good game. Patriots won 27-20.
Yeah.
I have to admit, as much as I hate the Patriots, oh man, whatever, Jay. As much as I hate the Patriots, you gotta give credit to Bill Belichick. He a hell of a coach. You gotta give credit to Tom Brady. He's a hell of a quarterback.
Gronkowski.
All he needed was Gronkowski,
Edelman
to come back. Yeah. Once the fools came back, they just showed and proved. You know what I'm saying? Brady threw for 2 touchdowns. He ran in one. He got blasted for one. I thought he was gonna get up from that hit in the back, but it is what it is.
Wait a minute. He didn't. Well, he did. Okay, I can say, wait a minute. He didn't run for one. He got stopped at the 1 yard line, but then the next play,
quarterback sneak.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Okay. Gronkowski caught 7 passes for 83 yards, including a touchdown from the 8 and 16-yard out. He also recovered an onside kick as Kansas City cut the deficit from 27-20 with over 1 minute left. Alex Smith, I have to get. Both of us. Well, okay, I know I do. I used to call him a game manager. And that's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? He minimized the turnovers. Yeah. He could run his hind off, you know what I'm saying? But he did what he had to do. He was 29 for 50, passed for 246 yards, 1 touchdown. And Patriots, they did what they had to do at Gillette Stadium. They move on to the next round.
Man.
What you got to say, Big Q?
Listen, first of all, I'm actually surprised that Andy Reid and Alex Smith and all of them was able to keep pace with the Patriots. They played some good defense. They managed the ball pretty good. They protected the football well. Listen, I said this on our show a couple weeks ago. Going into the playoffs, man, Andy Reid took the leash off Alex Smith. He chucking it a little bit now. All season long, he went throwing passes deep into 20 yards or so. He's been letting it fly. He trusts in his receivers. Charkandrick West stepped in pretty good for Jamal Charles. I think he did a pretty good job, right?
Yeah.
Enough. Yeah. I think last week on Team Boy TV, I think I picked Kansas City, but I really wanted. I mean, I picked New England, but I really wanted Kansas City to win. They almost had it, but
right.
So, what I mean?
I feel you saying. I picked Patriots too. I wanted the Chiefs to win, but it is what it is. The stats that I came up with: Alex Smith, like I said, 29 for 50 for 246 yards, 1 TD, no interception. That's what you usually do. Charkandrick West, 17 carries for 61 yards. Jason Avant, 4 receptions for 69 yards. Albert Wilson, 5 receptions for 57 yards. Yeah. Now the stats I've seen. Where's Kelsey? Where's who?
Kelsey. What's Kelsey's numbers at?
Kelsey's number ain't up here.
Oh, wow.
He didn't do that. He didn't. Hey, I expected him to do stuff, but he didn't show up. He didn't show up like Gronkowski. Yeah. But now check this out with the Patriots. Tom Brady, of course, he doing what he always do: 28, 42 for 302 yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions. Steven Jackson,
a relic.
Steven Jackson. 6 carries for 16 yards. That's the problem the Patriots had. That's the hole in the armor, the chink in the armor that hopefully my Denver Broncos will expose.
But get this though, you ain't gonna believe this. I heard this morning on the radio. Don't you know that Steven Jackson is the only first round draft pick on the active New England roster? The only one. That's a mind blowing, don't you think?
And that man run like a glacier, bro. He cannot move. So, hey. Of course, Julian Edelman, 10 receptions for 100 yards. He did his thing. Gronkowski, 7 receptions for 83 yards, 2 TDs.
He gonna get him.
Hey. He did his thing. And I see Jay O'Leans. He hit me up. He hit the messages. We coming to Denver. Then the California kid coming to win Super Bowl 50 in his hood.
Yeah.
Bruh.
I think when Cam Newton might have something to say about that.
But no, wait. Before you even get to Cam Newton, you got to come to, once again, 1701 Bryant Street, Denver, Colorado, 80204. You ain't coming up out of there, bro.
In case they overcome those insurmountable odds. I'm just saying,
Okay, all right. It ain't going to happen. Anyway, let's move on to the next game, which was this is the game. I'm gonna have to get my 2 cents in how this ended. We got the Green Bay Packers going up to University of Phoenix Stadium to play the Arizona Cardinals. This game, I ain't gonna say it was a shocker. I wasn't shocked how Green Bay stepped their game up. I was shocked how Arizona came in and basically was on the ropes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it right now. Aaron Rodgers had perfected the art of the Hail Mary. That man right there. He had, if you really think about it, he had 2 Hail Marys in that game. When he was on the 4-yard line, threw it to what's that guy's name? Jarvis.
Yeah. Jarvis, is it Jarvis or Janice? Janice.
Yeah, threw it to Janice. Then threw it again with another 60 yards in the end zone to the same guy.
Crazy.
Dude. You know what I'm saying? So,
but they're really, really lucky, or they've really been working on that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can tell you.
Dude, he did it in Denver. So this is 3rd Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Third, I mean, he's 3 for 3.
Yeah.
I mean, who do that? You know what I'm saying? But okay, like I said, the game went back and forth. It was a good game. Through the Hail Mary. This is I'm gonna go ahead and say, let's move on. The coin flip. The man threw the coin up in the air. It didn't even go over once. No. Didn't flip that one time. But he picked it up, flipped it again before you ask anybody anything else. What's that?
It can't get props.
Oh, he didn't know you was a Panther. Did y'all know he's a Panther fan? Hey, Jay, that's a diehard Panther fan right there. Just gonna let you know.
And we'll get it later. You're gonna see it.
We're gonna get it right. So coin flip. What you think about the coin flip? Do you think I think the referee did the right thing?
Oh yeah, I mean, I would have did it again. But the thing is, here's the thing: in the NFL, especially in the playoffs, right? You know how people gonna be. Look, man, you threw it up, it didn't turn. We called heads or whatever it was. That's what it is. Let's roll, right? I feel that, but at the same time, no, you got to make it flip, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What you say about Aaron Rodgers when he said he thought that when the second flip came, he should be able to have another chance to pick?
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know. We keep the same pick. We'll just make it flip this time. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So, okay, cool. Then we go into overtime. Larry Fitzgerald did what he had to do. Carson Palmer, number one. I didn't think he was that agile. Bumped it. He dives out of clutch. I think it was Clay Matthews. Bumped his own player, did a spin move, threw the Larry Fitzgerald across his body. Mm-hmm. Larry Fitzgerald did the rest. Stiff arm, avoid 6 tackles to the 1 yard line. He finished off. Great ending to the game. What you think, Big Q?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. That was more Fitzy than it was Palmer, right? Yeah. Now, Palmer had some nice moves back there. He did. Right. But man, listen, Fitzgerald wasn't gonna be denied. He just went. You know what I'm saying? Listen, look, and that was one play that was huge, and it was a game winner. But think about everything else he did in that game. You know what I mean? Like he was willing that team on. If it wasn't, I'm telling you, if Fitzy wasn't in that game, it wouldn't. It wouldn't even been close. You know what I mean? Like, what was everybody else? I don't understand what was going on. You know what I mean? Fitzy was pulled up when he needed to. I'm actually a little bit nervous. If Fitzgerald playing at that level, that's something to pay attention to. A lot of people ain't really paying attention to it, but I'm watching that. You know?
Okay. I know you are. All right, here's my problem. I ain't gonna say my problem. Here's my 2 cents on the end of regulation. Aaron Rodgers threw the Hail Mary. They caught it in the end zone. If I was Mike McCarthy, I got the credentials. I won Super Bowl. I've been in the playoffs. This is what I would have done. I went with 2 points and had a walk off. Wow. You had the Cardinals on the ropes. Wow. They were shot. You hit them twice. You hit them twice with the Hail Mary. They don't know what was going on. 2 points. Let's roll up out of here.
Wow. You know what? I was sitting there watching the game, and I thought that's what was going to happen. But you know what? It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round of the playoffs, man. And
appreciate it, Jay. He agrees with me.
Man, that's a tough one, bro. Because think about it. What if it didn't go? What if you lose that game by 1 point, right? And what do you look like in the media after it's over for losing by 1 point? When you could have just kicked the extra point, took your chances in overtime. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. But as an NFL coach, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Like I just got through saying, Mike McCarthy got the credentials. Yeah. Stop being scared. We got him on the rope. Still know what's going on. Let's go for the 2. Yeah. Hell, Janus just caught 2 for you. 2 Hail Marys. Yeah. You got James Jones on the other side. I know he wasn't effective, but you never know. When it comes to overtime, you just need them 2 points. 5-yard pass to the side.
Right. He said, Jay said, take the momentum of the 4th and 20. That's a tough one. You know what I'm saying? That is a tough one. Hanzo. Remember Hanzo from Team Boy TV Live?
Yeah.
He's in the building. What's up? Yeah. There you go right there. Let me go ahead and welcome him in.
I appreciate it, man.
What's happening? He's fine.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Appreciate everybody chiming in. Hey, Jay, thanks for telling us what you think about it. I'm glad we was on the same page. Hey, you don't have nothing to lose, man. Yeah, that's how I see it.
Funny because you say that, and then like everybody saying, okay, well, they didn't go for 2. They took their chances in overtime. They never got the ball back. You know what I'm saying? And that's a tough spot to be in. You know what I mean? Like they didn't even get a chance to do nothing in overtime. So they did everything in their power to get to overtime. And you know what I'm saying? Crazy.
Right.
Thank you, Big Q, and the rest of the Panther fans are knocking down these Seahawks. I appreciate. Listen, hey, the pleasure was all. The pleasure was all ours.
I know. Speaking of the Panthers, let's move on to the next game.
Yeah,
I'm sure we're done with that one. All right, we have the Carolina Panthers, Seattle Seahawks. Man, this game here, you talking about back and forth?
Oh my God, it was crazy,
dude.
It was crazy.
Watching the first half, I tweeted. You seen it. Our boy Louis T.
Yeah.
in the lab room.
Yeah.
He put out that little quick vid like, I know it looks like a straight beat down, but don't leave.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something different. I said, man, dude, if Carolina score one more TD
right
in the second half, I'm gonna take my shower and run on my errands for my game. Come on.
He got into this big thing on Twitter about it. I was like, "What you trying to say, Lou? What you trying to say?" But you know what? He right. Like Carolina has, and I thought we fixed this at the end of the season. And he pointed out the Indianapolis game. He pointed out the Green Bay game. He pointed out what was the other one he pointed out? Pointed another one out. It was 3 games he pointed out where we had crazy leads, and then they tried to we let them walk us down. You know what I mean? We got out of the games. We still won the games.
Right.
The same way he was coming from. I got a little. I caught a little. I thought there was some shade coming my way. So I had to do what I had to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But as you can see, just in case you didn't know, Big Q.
Yeah.
My boy here, Jay Orleans.
Yeah.
If you did catch that last half Orleans, you're New Orleans Saints fan.
I saw that. I saw that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Say both same game. Okay. All right. Maybe
so
Saints game. I don't know. I don't remember that one.
But y'all started. Hey, I have to admit, y'all started off blazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You had Jonathan Stewart came back. That's an option that y'all really needed.
Yes.
He came back, ran his butt off. I think what was
his first play, right? It was
59 yard sprint, the first play.
Yeah.
So and y'all was jamming.
Yeah.
Y'all, I can't knock it. Then come the second half.
Yeah.
Please explain that for me, bro.
I just went through it. It's a thing we had going on in the middle part of the season.
Okay.
We had it corrected. And it was funny. What I think it really is, though, and if I notice that most of those games that this happen at Bank of America Stadium. If you think about it, they don't usually let this happen on the road. It happens at home all the time, right? Team coming, we put the foot so far up in them, we're having so much fun, dancing and handing out balls to kids and dabbing and all of that. Next thing you know, the 21 gap then went down to 7 points. Or in Indianapolis case, it came down to like 3 points or something like that. It was crazy. Because when they play at home, this happens. I have never seen this on the road. You know what I mean? I see it all the time. You know what I mean? Look, we can't go into this game like that.
No, not at all. Hey, listen, and then gotta give credit to Russell Wilson. Yeah. I still don't think he's an elite quarterback. He's an up and coming. Okay. He's a better than average quarterback, franchise quarterback. That's all I'm gonna give.
Excellent game manager, and he steps up in the right moments. He steps up. You know what I mean? I would recognize people like Doug Baldwin, Wilson. Those dudes are legitimate threats. Okay, legitimate threat. Lockett, look, I think Josh Norman, our boy, had his hands full. Like, it don't matter where they put him. Like he had a challenge, either Lockett or Baldwin. Like, look, he was gonna be in for a long time. He got scored on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So, You see what Jay put down? Yeah. Look, he showed the Saint love right now, man. Look. I don't know if he noticed or not, but Glass, you know me. You know how easily I can go off the handle. I'm just, I'm not. Look, I ain't on my own platform right now.
I know.
Anyway, here it is, though. Marshawn Lynch. They was bringing him back. Oh, Marshawn Lynch returned. Marshawn Lynch ain't never been successful at Bank of America Stadium, ever. Right? He never got over 100 yards on us. He rarely got over. I think the most he ever got at Bank of America Stadium over the last couple of years has been like 60-something yards, 65, 66 yards. Right?
You know how many yards he got for this game?
I mean,
20.
Marshawn Lynch. Nobody worried about him. You know what I'm saying? I was worried about Lockett, Wilson, and Baldwin. Those are the dudes I was worried about. I thought the Carolina defense in the first half of the game came out pretty strong and put on nice defense. The pressure was nice. We had Josh Norman with a sack. We had KK with a sack. Look, they were doing it. Russell Wilson throwing interceptions. When do you see that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. I think he threw 3 interceptions, right?
I thought it was 2.
No, 2. 2 interceptions, 3 TDs.
Carolina was cooking in that game, and so and I'm thinking, okay, look, this is Carolina saying, hey, look, we're on a national stage. People still doubting us. We went into this game as we playing at home, best record in the NFL. They still saying that we're going in here as 1-point underdogs, some crap like that. I thought This was Cam and them boys saying, "Hey, listen, we are here. Okay, everybody who still think we ain't trying to get to the promised land, peep what we doing right now." And then they gave it up in the second half. I mean, I was disappointed. You know?
Right. That second half had me scared. Had me scared for y'all. They ain't even my team, but it had me scared for y'all.
I was a little nervous, man. Because you know what? I'm gonna tell you, you win, you go 15-1 in the regular season, and then you get the bye, and then you win and done in the playoffs. That's ridiculous, man. Look, that couldn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
But it almost did, bro. It almost did. All right, let me give it. Now I'm gonna go through the stats, and there's two blaring ones for me. Russell Wilson, 31 for 48 for 366 yards, 3 TDs, 2 interceptions. Rushing, lead rusher.
Yeah,
Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
for 3 carries to 32 yards. Behind him was Marshawn Lynch, 6 carries for 20 yards. Yeah. Jermaine Kearse led in receiving, 11 receptions for 110 yards, 2 TDs. Baldwin, Lockett, they did their thing. Lockett got 75 yards, 1 TD. Cam Newton, 16 for 22 for 161 yards, 1 TD. Jonathan Stewart, 19 carries for 106 yards, 2 TDs. Yep. Greg Olsen doing what he always do. 6 receptions, 77 yards, 1 TD.
Ted Ginn action, though. You know, we thought we was going to see some Ted Ginn action. We didn't see that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know. Right. Well, when we'll pick the next week's game, I'll get into more of that. But, you know, all in all, this is what I would say. And Jay is talking about people's stats, right? And I'm saying you look at Cam's stats, that's what they're going to look like. Cam read 300 yards in a game. Like, you know, this was 163, which is, okay, y'all got 31-0, and Cam ain't got but 163 yards in the game. Hey, right. That's just the way our team is. You know what I mean? But so the stats are great. I mean, I know there's stat guys and guys like stats, but Cam ain't gonna put some. You got to dig a little bit for Cam's stats. So,
right. Yeah. Totally agree.
Yeah. Cam game manager. Oh, yeah. Why not? You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong being the game manager. I agree. Why people think being the game manager is a bad thing?
Like with a rushing attack like Carolina got White, like dude, just hand the ball off. You know what I mean? Look, you got Jonathan Stewart. The starting rusher. You got the bowling ball, Mike Tolbert, and then the young Cameron Otis Payne. Dude, hand the ball off. Do it. You know, that's all you really got to do. And yeah, he's a game manager, but he can put the game on his back. We done seen it. He put the game on his back. So, you know,
still MVP.
Oh, absolutely. You know, at first I was, we talked about this. I was a little worried about it because of other issues, not because of his play, but other issues. But I think now it's becoming undeniable. You know what I mean? We'll have to see. Because who's the next one in line? Is it Brady or is it Palmer? It ain't Brady.
I'm just gonna put it out there. My boy Jay. Yeah. He made a good point about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. He said Russell Wilson.
No. Russell Wilson lost too many games. He threw too many interceptions. He turned the ball over too much. No, Russell ain't even in the conversation, in my opinion. Not even in the conversation.
So who's in the conversation again? You said Newton,
Brady. I would say Palmer. Yeah. Those would be my three. I mean, I can't think of nobody else that's even close, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. All right. All right. Moving on to the last game, which is my game.
Slow game.
Yeah. Hey, dude. Listen. You've heard my podcast.
Yeah.
On the Bronco podcast, we play like Gertrude. We gonna win ugly. Yeah. I don't care how we win. Okay, how we do it?
Well, it's been a long time. Yo. I was like, "What's going on, yo? What's happening?"
Hey, man, we're in the AFC Championship. That's I don't care how we get there. We got there. You know what I'm saying? It was ugly. You know what? Number one, I thought Ben Roethlisberger he might have been playing possum. Ain't no damn way you gonna sit here and tell me your shoulder problem. You got ligaments torn in your shoulder, and you throwing like he threw Sunday night. No, man.
The type of stuff, man. And besides, listen, it's win to go home in the playoffs, dude. Sometimes you got to sacrifice it. Got to suck it up. Ben is a tough guy, man. You know.
I'm not down that. I'm not down that. But torn, you can't tear nothing and throw like that.
I wouldn't say he would play possum because, like, if that was the case, I think we would have saw. And we didn't see Antonio Brown in that game. They sat him for this game, right?
Oh, he was. Yeah, he wasn't. I knew he was coming for that game.
Yeah, because you know your boy Pac-Man Jones is all like, oh boy, if he come back in this game, I got something for him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know,
but he apologized for that, right?
But he said he was. He said he was gonna do it. So
yeah, he went on here and did it, yeah, man. You know, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm a diehard Broncos fan, but I'm gonna keep it real. If Antonio Brown was up in this game, it might have changed. It might have changed.
Yeah, been a little bit different.
You know
what? I think that the Denver defense, they played with some bend but don't break type stuff. They didn't give up a whole lot. Like I said, the game. How many field goals did the Denver kicker kick? He kicked a bunch.
Was it 5?
He kicked a bunch of field goals in the game.
I think he kicked 5. He kicked 5,
Yeah.
and the Pittsburgh Steelers kicker kicked 3.
Yeah, it's a lot of field goals, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, both teams are playing pretty good defense. I personally thought that the weakness would have been Pittsburgh's rushing attack, which I don't think. What did they do rushing? What did they end up with?
Fitz Toussaint had 12 carries for 39 yards, 1 TD.
See, we knew that was going to be an issue going in because of Jonathan Stewart or whatever. But then on the other hand, I thought with Hillman and Anderson, what did you have with rushing?
Anderson has 72 yards. Hillman had 38 yards.
I don't see, and how many rushing touchdowns? Just
one.
I don't know. I just thought that would be more. The game would be more played on the ground than it was through the air. I don't know. I was surprised. So I was just a little surprised. Hard-nosed AFC teams. That's the way they play. You know what I'm saying?
And it was windy. It was hella windy that day.
8 yards in a cloud of dust, yo. That's what they do over there.
Yeah. So hey,
look at the
we escaped that game. I'm happy. We're moving on to the next one. And like I said, all you Patriots fans, I'm tired of y'all talking about, it run. My partner in crime, Brandon, Jay over here. I heard, they I'm sick to my stomach as much love they show the Patriots.
Yeah.
But once again, as always, this year, everything runs through Sport Authority Field at Mile High. You got to come see us.
Yeah, well, you're right, because this is the last game, so ain't no choice. I'm saying,
and we're not gonna make no picks. We got your show. We got T-Boy TV live tomorrow. We got me and Brandon picks either tomorrow or Thursday. So we're not gonna make any picks. All I got to say is
it goes through that because it's able one more game. That's what I'm saying.
All I got to say is, Patriots, we see that chink in your armor. That's all I'm gonna say. I see that chink.
Yeah.
Like I said, Steve Jackson run like a glacier.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna expose that. Tom Brady gonna have to win that game with his arms. That's all I'm gonna say.
Edelman Gronkowski might have to do that. You know what I'm saying? He showed a little grit in last week's game. He running like 1.5 miles an hour. I don't know if him and Peyton Manning. If they ran a foot race, I wonder who would win. I'm
gonna be real. Brady got that hands down.
So, man,
Manning can't run worth ish, bro. He tries, but yeah,
I'm excited though because we got Brady Manning. I know it ain't really a Brady Manning game, but this year is a little bit different. But we one more time, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the last time we're gonna see it.
Yeah,
and that's gonna be pretty epic. And and from what I understand, in this particular AFC Championship game, Manning got the upper hand on Brady. Now Brady kind of will whoop him up pretty good in the regular season. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this will be the 17th meeting, right?
17th meeting,
and then in the 5th meeting in the AFC Championship game. Right?
Yes. And if I am mistaken, in the playoffs they went 2-2.
Yeah,
they tied.
Look, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a good match. Just like I think on the NFC side, I think Carolina showed people that they ain't scared, right? Everybody was like, "Oh well, Minnesota missed that. That's the worst thing that could have happened to Carolina Panthers this season because the Seahawks were in town." Look, we had Seahawks numbers since week 5 or whenever we played them. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, like I said on the show last week, Carolina getting that win in Central Link Field, over the Seahawks was what got Carolina to where they at right now. It was one of the main catalysts to the Carolina Panthers season to be, as successful as it is. And, I'm coming back in there. I don't know. I really wasn't that concerned about it. Now, the way the game played out was a completely different thing. You know what I mean? But I was like, well, I think going up against Seattle at Bank of America would be more fun than going up against the Vikings, in Bank of America. You know what I mean? Like, that wouldn't have been fun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, we want Jay to pull up a seat.
Open the seat up for him.
Go ahead, man. You know better than me how to jump in on this. There he is. All right, bro. I want to introduce the host. I want to introduce the host of Love Sports and Hip Hop on the Spreaker Network and on Blab. My boy from New Orleans, Jay. What's up, bro?
What's up, family? How y'all doing, man?
We good, man. I kind of knew you was going to chime in.
You know, I'm not feeling well. You got me listening to y'all do this, man. And pull me out, man. He didn't pull me out. All right, first of all, so I don't come off like a hater, let me say this. One, I'm loving what you guys are doing right now. Keep up the good work. And I definitely can't wait to continue watching and support more and more. Secondly, I want to congratulate the Panthers for a dominant season. Cam Newton, because of the total body of work in that team, I believe you can give him the award. I don't have a problem with him winning the award this year. It's like Steph Curry winning the award in the NBA last season with the Golden State Warriors. Yeah. However, when you look at the total body of work from Russell Wilson with the weapons he lost, and I know that Cam lost us a really big weapon in Benjamin as well. Yeah, right. You look at the division that they play in, and you look at playing the number one schedule in the NFC and making a run back into the playoffs, coming back from a 31-point deficit to lose by just 7. Yeah. Especially when he was just known as just a game manager, throwing for over 4,000 yards, 30-plus touchdowns, I think 8 or 9 interceptions. There's a legitimate argument that Russell Wilson could be the MVP.
All right. We'll put it back in the conversation, but
but Cam is the man. Cam is Steph Curry this year. So, you know, if you had to make a comparison, Russell Wilson would be James Harden, and you know, Steph Curry, in my opinion, would be Cam Newton.
Right. Yeah. You know, I look, I give Russell Wilson a hard time because, I can't stand him. I don't like nothing about him. Honestly, before what were we at 2016? Before 2010, 2011, I have a problem with the Seahawks or nothing that the Seahawks did. But ever since they've been sticking their nose in our business every year, I can't stand them. We got them next year because we got the West next year. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do this. We got to do this one more time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To see 2 games, one in the regular season, one in the playoffs. Again, we got dealing with these freaking Seahawks, man. You know what I'm saying? So, that's with Seattle. Let me ask you this though: did you see the new letter that came out from the Seattle Seahawks lady to Cam Newton about him throwing the 12-man flag and being disrespectful?
Hey, you know what? Come on, man. Everybody throwing shots at Cam Newton. Yeah. Cam Newton can't do nothing right. I don't care. Man, he has a baby. Now we're talking about moral issues. Man, come on, man. Let's just let this go. Dude, Cam Newton, people just hate.
I ain't never seen a dude get hated on this much ever in my life. I never have. Never seen it. And I don't understand it. Like, sure, okay, he might rub people the wrong way. You live in New Orleans. You know what it is. Do we get on your nerves with the dabbing and the dancing?
You know what? At first, I was indifferent. And because I'm from New Orleans, that means I'm also an LSU football fan. Mm-hmm. And I think you touched on something about the hate for Cam. Cam won a national championship with a team that usually doesn't win them. Right. And he won them in the SEC. He won it in the SEC. Mm-hmm. He left Florida because of some question marks, a more popular SEC school. Mm-hmm. And so when you look at his route to success and you look at the NCAA not being able to nail him with any violations, his dad but him, his dad but not him, excuse me. When you look at that and he goes to Carolina, a team that has an incredible fan base because of, you guys, I know because I have a season tickets and you guys are awesome fans. Mm-hmm. But it's one of those fan bases like Auburn per se that you either love them and you're on Carolina or you don't even really think about him per se.
Radar, right?
Right. And so now that Cam has gotten there, he's put Carolina on this map. And I don't think people really like that. I don't think people like his success in Carolina. I'm going to tell you this. If he played in New York, it'll be a whole different ballgame.
Right. Absolutely. I agree. Yo, a couple weeks ago, I went down to Atlanta in that unfortunate game down in Atlanta. And, dude, the hate down there was real. I mean, like, I was nervous in my life. You know what I'm saying? And the fact they won the game, too. Oh my God, crazy! You know,
Yeah.
they do not like Cam Newton, man. They don't like nothing about this dude, right? I like him. You know what I'm saying? It's all right, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I just felt like you know, maybe it was because he is a little bit of a showman, right? You know, he kept pace, you know what I'm saying? Like look at me, you know, I'm doing that and the third. And I know some people are like, yo, man, let's play football. You know what I mean? But I don't know, as a fan of the team, I felt like a personality like his is what the team needed. I think, you know, we had some decent quarterbacks in the past, but nobody who can capture the imagination of the fans like this guy can. So I don't know. As a fan, I love it. You know what I mean? But I can understand why some people got a problem with it. You know what I mean? You know.
If I may, one real quick thing, if I may, I agree with what you just said, and this is, you know, I have to turn off my fan man and my, you know, I'll be able to analyze it correctly. You're perfect in the sense that the attitude that you needed in Carolina is what he's brought. You know, without him doing what he's doing, he's forming an identity for Carolina. Yeah. You know, Jake Delhomme, Stephen Davis, Wesley Walls, Sam Mills. Those are guys you think about. You know, Kevin Green, and even he has a different team. You know, the Steelers. Yeah. But you look at what Cam is doing. First overall pick to the organization, wanting to bring in a winning culture and initiate that in Carolina. It's much like what Deion Sanders had to do for Atlanta. You know, that's how I compare what Cam is doing in Carolina. And so while as a fan, because I cheer for another team, I may not like it. Right. There's nobody competes harder than a Cam Newton on Sundays.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You know, that's good to hear from, you know, of somebody that's down from bottom. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
that's right.
I also
appreciate it.
That we had a lot of the San Francisco guys, you know, with us last week. You know, and that was great. I saw a bunch of my 49ers fans. They were with us 100%. They loved what was happening to the Seahawks. They enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? So I give a shout out to them on Twitter. They were good people. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Right. All right. Hey, Jay, you can stick around if you want to. I know you say you up and everything.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to come in and be blessed to come on here and join you guys. Great job. And I'll continue to watch, and I appreciate it, man. And hopefully we'll all be able to do something in the future.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Hey, but before you leave, you got to give shouts out. You got to tell everybody where they can find you at, bro.
Yeah. Find me on Twitter at J Orleans, you know, Jay Orleans. I also host Love Sports and Hip Hop. We doing you know, we okay with what we doing over there. So check us out. Google it. Love Sports and Hip Hop. I usually do it every day between 1 and 2. And actually, we may be changing the time. We actually air a lot earlier in the morning now. And, you know, God has been good. So just Google me. I'm out there, man. And thank you for having me on the show.
I appreciate it, Jay. Hey, you seat open with you anytime, bro.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate you.
I like it now. And Boy TV Live is the dopest live show.
Now, how about that? I'm showing love to a Panther fan. How about that?
All right, thanks, bro.
No problem, man. Thank y'all.
Take it.
All right, man. Let's move on. We got a couple of minutes left. Let's move on to the Coaching Carousel.
Yes.
Dude, we had 7 openings 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
And it took 2 weeks to fill them all up.
You did.
I'm feeling certain time. We talked about on your show about 2 weeks ago about the problem we had with the Rooney Rule and black head coaches. If you want to check it out, go to Team Boy TV Live and check that out. About 2 weeks ago, I can't remember what episode it was.
I ran on there. I was, a little bent out of shape about it, but yeah.
Right. You know, so it is what it is. Now let's talk. I'm gonna ask you. I asked Brandon last week on Get With It Sports on our picks, NFL Weekly Picks. I'm gonna ask you, give me a grade, A, B, C, D, F, on the coaching hire. Right. First up, Tennessee Titans. Mm-hmm. They got rid of Ken Wisenhunt in what week? Hell, what was it? Week 8. Week 8. Week 8.
Okay.
And they promoted Mike Mularkey from the offensive coordinator to head coach.
Right. Yes. What was that?
What? Oh, I want to. Oh, listen, Ross. Appreciate you joining in, Ross.
Yep. And then I saw God 2356.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I recognize him. Yeah. Okay.
City of Champs 55. Yeah. I think he was on Love Sports and Hip Hop last week. I think he a Boston fan.
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but yeah.
It says Boston. That's it.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Well, so give me your grade on the Malarkey hire.
Well,
on the promotion.
Wait a minute now. Let's go back a couple years.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's go back.
Speak on it, bro. Go ahead.
Malarkey got hired by who? Was it Jacksonville?
I think so.
This was a couple years ago, right? Like 4 years.
Jacksonville. Mm-hmm.
He was the coach before Bradley got there, right? Is that right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So he comes to the team, and I think he only had 2 seasons there. Was it 2 or was it 1?
2.
2 seasons there. Okay, then you go be a coordinator somewhere for a little bit. You hide in the shadows. And this is what I meant when I said they recycling trash. And then, okay, listen, a lot of people give Jacksonville a lot of drama because they think the team is no good. I feel like Jacksonville is a decent team. I just feel like they need to find the right coach. I think the pieces, we got into it about Cleveland Browns and, and all that. I don't think the Cleveland are as bad as everybody say they are, right? I just think it's terrible. So you don't do nothing in Jacksonville. You don't get to finish out your contract. You go high for 2 years. And now all of a sudden you get another head coach job. And this is another thing about, and I know you're going to get to Tampa in a minute, but it's a conspiracy, in my opinion, to get other people out so these other mainstays can always get a job. Like Mike Malarkey ain't did nothing in 4 years, right? And you go to one interview and you get hired immediately. No, I give who hired him again? It was Tennessee, right?
Yeah, tight.
Tennessee was had a good thing going with who this fight, Wisenhunt. They're taking a step back. I'm giving them a D.
I agree. Number one, you need Ken Wisenhunt was a soldier for that team. I understand they had a losing record and all that stuff. He didn't have a quarterback. You just
got a quarterback.
Drafted.
They got a good
quarterback. To me, a future franchise quarterback.
Yes.
Ken Wisenhunt is supposed to be a quarterback whisperer.
Mm-hmm.
You gave this man a season, not even a damn season. You gave him 8 weeks.
8 weeks, man.
To work his magic.
That's terrible, man.
So, and then you can move. I am not a Mike Malarkey fan.
No.
There are some people that need to stay as coordinators, and there's some people don't have the wherewithal to be head coaches. Mike Malarkey is that. I agree with you. Tennessee just took 2 years back. They took 2 years a step. 2 years back on that high.
They would have been look, they weren't going to win that next year. But look, we saw what they did this season, right? They actually was competitive this season, right? The Panthers mopped them up pretty good. But we're seeing what they did to the rest of the NFC South. I'm just saying, right? Look, they played some good football. They were on the right track, and now they're taking a step back. And you say 2 years. I don't know. I just know they're going backwards. I know that much.
I'm not going to say 3 years because I believe they will pick well in the draft. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why I didn't say 3. I said 2 years. Right. But hey, we never know. But then again, coaches don't last. No. To me, ain't no. My thing is a coach needs 3 years to instill the culture and the way things are going to be run in that organization.
You can't just show up and get it done.
These coaches get 2 years. Yeah. If 2
years. I mean,
if 2 years.
You get a job in Cleveland or in Miami, you might not last the first season. I'm just
exactly. Or San Francisco.
Right. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's move on to the next one, which is the Miami Dolphins. Mm-hmm. Joe Philbin, he out of there. What was his name? Don Campbell was the interim coach.
Campbell, yeah. So they got rid of Philbin. What was it, like week 10, 12? It was.
Oh, no. It was earlier than that, I think. Let me see. I got it on here.
I didn't think it was that. I thought. No, it was week 4.
Week 4. Week 4. Yeah, week 4. Yeah.
Yeah. So look, what that say? That say going into the season, you didn't even like this guy. Going in.
No, he was a dead man walking from that situation last year with the bullying thing.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. But then you start the season with him. So look, they pretty much were saying, we know we ain't gonna do nothing this year. We go in with the coach that we don't want. Mm-hmm. What we saying? Oh my God, you guys are garbage. Let's fire him now. For what? I don't know. Let's just do it, right? And let's just promote Dan Campbell, who came in and tried to give the team a spark. He did, and then he didn't. Right? Job. He didn't even get the job, did he?
No, he didn't get the job. Actually, from Bears OC, Adam Gase got the job.
That's right. Yeah. Dude, look, Campbell. Look, he kind of reminded me a lot of the guy who was in Tampa before.
Lovey.
He remind me a lot of Shiano. That whole, wanting to get down and dirty with the players and show a lot of personality and all this kind of. I like that. I thought that team kind of needed that. You know what I mean? But listen, you Miami, they play in a division where they ain't never gonna win that, and Buffalo is on the rise. They're gonna continue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're gonna continue to fight. Look, they're taking a step back too. I don't think this mistake is bad as because they fired the coach so early and the team is already so bad. You know, this coach he don't even know what he's getting himself into. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give him a C on this one. I ain't gonna give him as great as I gave Tennessee. So
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a B.
Okay.
I like the hire. I seen what Adam Gates did. I seen what Adam Gates did in did in Denver with Peyton Manning. I seen what he did here. He made Jay Cutler play a little bit better here. Mm-hmm. He's going over there and give Ryan Tannehill a boost over there.
We're gonna have Ryan.
Great hire. Now all he need to do is somehow get time to change the culture over there because they running the muck over there. Adamakin, at the beginning of the season, we heard he wasn't coming to practice or he ain't wearing his cleats or whatever. Ryan Tannehill acting like a straight prima donna.
They weren't good enough to play with him or some crap like that. Like, this is wild, man. I don't know.
Yeah. So I just think, if anything, I don't know who the defensive coordinator is right now, but he need to bring somebody with a defensive mind, like a Wade Phillips, to balance it out.
It would have been a better choice. I don't know why they decided not to go with him. I mean, the dude went from week 5. Well, no, week 5 was a bye for them. So it was week 6 to the run. So there was 10 weeks. He coached the team. And I guess they saw enough out of him, but I don't know. I thought he would for sure get that job because he was pretty much already in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? I guess I found a better man. Let's see.
Okay, cool. Well, you give it a C, I give it a B.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Philadelphia Eagles. They got rid of the mad scientist and Chip Kelly, and they hired Kansas City offensive coordinator Doug Peterson.
Well, listen, I'm gonna say this first.
Go ahead.
Who in the blue hell is Doug Peterson? But if he was the offensive coordinator for Kansas City Chiefs, that gives me hope because of what he did with Alex Smith and that offense, and But then also I thought about, well, you ran an offense last year that couldn't even get a receiving touchdown. So,
good point.
Good point. I don't know. You know what I mean? You putting all your eggs in the Jamal Charles basket, and when that didn't work out for you, what happened? I don't know. Listen. Number one, Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly move surprised me. I know it didn't surprise you with JB because we talked about it on the show. And y'all kind of saw it coming. I didn't think that the Eagles were going to be man enough to go ahead and just chalk it up as an L. I didn't think they were going to do that. I think they was like, well, we don't really want to look stupid in front of the rest of the NFL, so we're going to finish the contract out. It was like, nah, enough is enough. We don't see enough. And they got rid of him. So, okay, that happened. And I think that needed to happen, number one. They needed to inject some new blood into Philadelphia because Chip Kelly wasn't getting that. He lost that team from the beginning.
Yeah.
Last All-Star, lost that team. So they bring in this guy. Like I said, he did pretty good with the offense in Kansas City. Like, he made them – listen, Kansas City was getting beat down by Denver and all of them annually, right? And they became contenders, right? Look, last week they were still in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a good look.
Still had an 11-game win streak.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
Good luck. So, listen, I don't know this guy, but hey, looking at his body of work, I think that was a good look. I think that was I'm gonna give them on a B+. They did good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a B. Like you said, I was shocked for the hire because I didn't know about him. But like you said, where he came from, that says a lot. Chip Kelly. I'm gonna say this: Jeff Lurie, owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, you gotta give this man at least 2-3 years because, as you can tell, Chip Kelly good at that team out. You have no top 10 players on that team. You gotta give him time to rebuild and do what he got to do, and work on it from there. I'm gonna give it a B. I like the hire after I sat down and looked at Peterson credentials. Yeah. And we just gotta give it time and let it work.
But watch the ghost of Chip Kelly ruin this dude's career. Watch what I tell you. Listen, I give him because of what Chip Kelly done to that team. I will give this guy a year and a half. I think by week 7, week 8 of 2017 season, they'll be looking for somebody else because this is hard to overcome. If you ain't dedicated, or maybe something in the contract says, hey, listen, I know that you're walking into a bad situation, so we promise you we're gonna give you 3.5, 4 years to get this done. Unless it was something like that done. If they just said, hey, listen, we need a new coach, you seem like the best one available, come on the board. And he's like, yeah, ain't nothing guaranteed. Okay, now got a bad team. You don't win, at least 8 games, you out of here. I'm just saying, the chip in his ghost is gonna ruin this dude's career.
Okay, cool. Well, we have to wait and see on that one.
Right.
Next up, we got the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Mike Pettin out. They hired former Bengal offensive coordinator Hugh Jackson as head coach.
We mentioned this a little bit on the show last week, and I know we split on it.
I know.
Split on this one, right? Since I know where you're going, let me say this, right?
Go ahead.
Everybody is counting Hugh Jackson out of this situation because of what happened in Oakland, right? And I'm telling you, the stuff that happened in Oakland wasn't completely his fault, right? It was a bad time. The owner died and whatnot. You know what I mean? They had that dude. What's the dude with the freckles? What's his name? Is he still running the show out there?
Oh yeah, he does. Reggie
McKenzie. Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Other stuff. It seemed like he was trying to sabotage you, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing him on the panel welcoming Hugh to the Raiders. The next thing I know, he in the same panel talking about, well, I don't know if this is the right guy. We're gonna have to, you know what I mean? Like I don't understand that. It's crazy.
Right.
With all that turmoil going on, Hugh Jackson didn't have a chance. Right now, that team has kind of found themselves. They got a quarterback, got a wide receiver. They building on that. They're doing pretty good. Hugh Jackson been with the Bengals long enough to know what a winning team look like. And I told you, man, Cleveland ain't as bad as y'all say they are, right? And it's going to take somebody, not like a Pet who's a yes man or whatever. At the end of it, he's going to be like, well, what, screw what the ownership say. I got a personal vendetta against Johnny Manziel. See, they got him fired. They got him fired. He ain't going to play the game. They already discussed it. Look, Johnny Manziel is part of the plans, okay? You want me to sign this? Get him out of here, please. He got to,
right.
You know what I mean? But look, I think he's going to do well, and I think they're going to approach him differently because of the fact that he is a strong personality. Like I don't think that they will press him as bad if the first season don't go so well. I think he'll get at least 3 years out of that. I think he will. So listen, I think Hugh Jackson would have been great anywhere, but I think we're really going to see his skills and what he can do with a team. With him going to Cleveland, I think he's gonna do well there. I think he's gonna do
okay.
Yeah.
So what's your grade?
I think that's a good pickup. I give them an A on that. I think that was a nice. Listen to it from Hugh's perspective. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I feel you.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna give him a D for a simple fact. At that time, I think there was 3 openings. There was just still 3 openings. I think it was the Titans, the 49ers, and the Bucks.
Right.
I think he fit well with the Bucks. This is what I think about Hugh. I think Hugh is a great offensive mind. I think he's a great head coach. Yeah. Like you said, Oakland he went in there at a bad time. They didn't have nothing to work with. Like you said, the owner died. Reggie McKenzie. As much as I blast Reggie McKenzie, I think you need to give head coaches some time. You need to give general managers some time. Because they building something real nice out there in Oakland right now.
Yeah.
Reggie had to gut the team. He had to gut the management.
Yeah, but see,
the front office.
But the thing people gloss over is that Hugh Jackson was the one who initiated the Carson Palmer experiment. Remember, and for whatever reason, it wasn't a big deal to him. But then when they resurrect the Carson Palmer experiment in Arizona, everybody thought it was the best thing ever. You know what I'm saying? So, that wasn't his fault. I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm not saying. I'm with you. Okay. But I'm just saying with this situation, Hugh Jackson didn't take advantage of the situation. I think he rushed for the first job that was willing to take him. And to me, he just settled. I think he would be a great fit for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Just here and reason I hear what you're saying. I even said Cleveland Browns were up and coming the last 2 years. They had a nice little setup, but if I don't know if Jay's still on. He had a nice little formula. You got to have a great coaching staff. You got to have coaching staff. And you got to have the organization in sync with each other in order to make it to the playoffs or to win a championship. Yeah. I don't know what the hell going on with the organization. I hear what you're saying. Hugh Jackson, great hire, got you.
Yeah.
Get rid of Johnny Manziel, got you. But these fools hired a head coach before the general manager. That's saying something. And you hire this analytical mastermind from baseball.
Listen, man. Listen, you're still missing the big picture here, right? Okay, we talked about. Listen, they got
bro.
They got problems. They got problems everywhere. The personnel wilding out. The inmates are running the asylum. You got, Josh Gordon can't sleep with the herbs, right? Johnny Manziel running off to Vegas with wigs and fake mustaches on. All this kind of stuff. People getting arrested. Everything is happening, right? Coach going against the ownership and saying, "Hey, listen, we jumped up in the draft to get this guy, and look, why are you not playing Johnny Manziel?" Well, Johnny Manziel ran out to Vegas when he was supposed to be in the concussion protocol. I'm not fooling with him, right? So listen, that kind of stuff, Hugh Jackson is not going to play them kind of games. Trust me when I tell you. He is not going to play them kind of games. So I seen him, listen, this is the reason why I feel like that. I seen him on HBO a couple years ago. And Marvin Lewis is like, everybody think Marvin Lewis is a nice guy. But when you saw him on the show, you saw the real Marvin Lewis. And I'm telling you, man, Hugh was up in his grill. It's like, yo, bro, I ain't feeling that. We got to do something. We got to do something different, okay? You know what I mean? And that alone lets me know that them games in the front office, he ain't going to play them games, man. He ain't going to play them games. They either going to get down or lay down. One of the two.
I hope you're right. I want Hugh Jackson to be successful because he deserves it. He's a great head coach. I'm just speaking my mind. I just think he just settled. He could have done better. Either take the Tampa Bay Buccaneer job. I don't know if the New York Giants job was open it wasn't open at the time. Or wait another year. A job gonna open up hell. That's how the NFL runs.
The stuff that happened in Tampa probably scared him, probably spooked him a little bit. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't know about it. Come on now. We talking about Lovey freaking Smith. Okay. Yeah. Man, so yeah.
We're gonna talk about that. That takes me off.
Yeah, I'd have been like, I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
True. All right. Next up, we got the San Francisco 49ers. They get rid of John Tomsula. They hire. See, this the kind of best ticks me off. They hired Chip Kelly.
Yeah, they did. Now,
we discussed on your show last week. Chip Kelly can't do any worse right now because he doesn't have anything to gut. He has no players to get rid of, so he'll have nowhere to go but up. But this once again, it's the organization. The organization couldn't get along with the first time. The winningest first-time coach in Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't get along with him. You bring in this dude. I don't know anything about Jim Tasula. All I got to say is first impressions. Yeah. First impressions I seen of him is when he had an interview and he was mumbling.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like he didn't know what he was talking about. During the games, if you look at it.
In the stadium, that right there had me feeling some type of way. We just spent all this money for the stadium and you can't even win in it. What is wrong with you, bro?
Exactly. If you look at him on the sideline, he looked like a deer in headlights. He looked like he didn't know what the heck he was doing. And he made Colin Kaepernick look the same way. I don't know what the heck I'm doing over here. And it was just a bad situation. This one here didn't need 2 years. They did the right thing, got rid of him quick, fast, and hurry in one season.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Now, listen, I agree. I'm on board with getting rid of Tomsula, right? Even though, again, I feel a little bad for him because he did come into a bad situation. The whole degeneration of Colin Kaepernick and this whole situation, benching him. Oh, no, he got a serious injury. Oh, well, let's cover it up by saying he hurt. All that crap and going with Blaine Gabbert and then all the people either retiring or leaving. I think you said this on the show last week about the ship going down and the rats was running off of it. Everybody. Look, NFL players usually don't retire that early. You know what I mean? We got people retiring like 33, 35 years old, linebackers.
Right.
Look, Ray Lewis played 19. Was it 19 seasons? 18 or 19.
Yeah, 19.
And you got people retiring. Now, it might be some other stuff going on with that too, but with concussions out. But that's a different story. I'm just saying that let me know what's happening. Something ain't right. Look, Coach Harbaugh. Look, who would fire or run the Harbaugh, or who in their right mind would do that?
Somebody just had the ego problem. They didn't like the fact that Jet Harbaugh was getting so much shine. They were thinking that, it ain't him, it's us, it's the organization. Nah, bro, it was Jim Harbaugh, man.
Yo, he brought that team from the depths of the gutter of the worst place of the NFL ever has
in one
seen.
season. In one season.
You know what I mean? Like, now, some of his tactics I didn't agree with. Like, it's well documented on Team Board TV's YouTube channel.
I know.
About the whole Alex Smith, Colin Kaepernick thing. Look, I didn't agree with that. But look, it happened, and they ended up going to the Super Bowl, whatever. That's something that you can put on your belt and say, listen, man, I did that. You know what I mean? But now you want a couple years later, you want to run me away because this, that, and the third. No. But at the end of the day, you bring in a guy like Chip Kelly thinking what? Okay, did you not pay attention what happened in the last 2 seasons in Philadelphia? Did you not see what happened? We got racism running rampant. You know what I mean? We got, moves and personnel movements that don't make sense to nobody but the coach. Like he had to explain this to nobody.
Right.
It was like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna get rid of LaShawn McCoy, trade him for a linebacker. I'm gonna switch quarterbacks. I'm gonna switch quarterbacks with this other team down here for no reason. We're just gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna do it. Deshaun Jackson and Jeremy Maclin, my best wide receivers. I don't need them. You know what I mean? I don't need them. I got Cooper. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? No reason, no explanation. Just doing stuff because he feel like he think he playing a video game. And while the rest of the league saw what was happening, 49ers was like, you know what? That's the best coaching candidate out here. Let's get him. You know what I mean? No, that's the worst. Look, that's the worst coaching hire this season.
Whoa.
Lowest grade ever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the lowest grade is what they got. They don't even know they're in for, man. They don't even know.
Right.
This dude ain't never trouble, man. You know what I mean? Never trouble.
You know what? I'm agree with you. You give him an F, I might give him a D. I don't know why. I'm just gonna give it a D. But this is gonna be a car wreck waiting to happen if it don't goes right.
Please believe it.
Because where I see it, everything was fine and dandy in Philadelphia when they was going 10-6.
But that wasn't his team.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. When it was showed and proved that he got rid of Andy Reid's players, he tried to bring in his players into his system, it didn't work.
Absolutely not.
Now you're going to San Francisco where you have no players, because I am not going to say what's his name? Gabbert. Blaine Gabbert. Colin Kaepernick. I don't even know who the run game. The running back is pretty good. I can't remember. He was a rookie.
Carlos Hyde and
yeah. You basically don't have nothing over there.
No.
Let's go all the way back to Oregon. When he was winning in Oregon, he came to the NFL. He was winning at the beginning in the NFL. When he craps out this year, I think they finished 5-11 this year. I think they might finish 5-11 next season.
I think it might be worse than that. But to the thing what he was doing in Oregon and what he's doing in the NFL, you get more new players, you get more toys to play with every season. You don't really get that many. You got a few draft picks, a couple, undrafted people, a couple trades you can make. You ain't getting it ain't a lot to pick from, you know what I mean? And you kind of stuck. And I think, he had to get used to that. Like, I can't make the moves I want to make. No, you can't. That's why the NFL is the NFL.
Right. Right.
We ain't gonna be letting one team stack up like that. You're crazy. Yeah.
He got that mentality, see, and I said it once before. You got, just like you said, you got to lose that college mentality.
Absolutely.
You can basically control your team because you got their scholarships in your hand.
Absolutely.
You got people in the NFL. You got grown ass men who got families, who got stuff they got to deal with. You gonna try to run that college mentality on them? That's the reason why he got shipped up out of Philadelphia.
You can recruit who you want to recruit versus having a spot in a draft. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's hard to control how that happens. You know what I mean? But when you just going to these people's houses, knocking on doors and whatnot, you can get who you want, man. You know what I mean? It's different. And tried that in Philadelphia. Hopefully he learned from that. I'm like, if we see a new, Chip Kelly who done learned his lesson and realized that, he ain't God, right? They'll do a little bit better. If he focus on being a coach versus, the GM part of, which I don't think he has GM powers in this go around.
No.
We'll see. Anyway, I still think it's a bad move for San Francisco. Chip Kelly should have set the season out.
I agree. I totally agree. You got to sit back and reevaluate how you take care of things. If he still got the same mindset, it ain't gonna look nothing nice.
No,
Okay. All right. We're going to move on to the New York Giants. They got rid of Tom Coughlin. No, okay. They politely told Tom Coughlin to resign.
Give him a little nudge.
And they promoted offensive coordinator Ben McAdoo to head coach.
Right. Yeah.
Dude.
Like championship commitment management has an intellect and physical approach to match the commitment. Coaching staff installs a strong system, reinforces winning culture, scouting, game prep, et cetera. They just put players in position to be successful. Players then have the opportunity to win the championship making plays. Well, that's where it's supposed to go.
Totally agree.
Right. That's where it's supposed to go. And the reason why it don't really work out that way because that system that's so beautiful that he just pointed out right there, it gets totally ignored by certain people like Chip Kelly.
Exactly.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah. So,
totally. Yeah. So, what you think about Ben McAdoo?
Well, this is what I will say. We knew last season, at the end of last season, that this was going to be Tom Coughlin's last. So this ain't surprised nobody, right? You know, we wasn't like, oh my God, we can't believe that. So we knew this was coming. I was worried about Eli, right? Because Eli still got a little gas in the tank, and I was worried that I was going to go and make him learn something new, right? But then when I saw, oh well, you know, McAdoo coming in, that's great because he ain't got to learn nothing new. And you know, listen to McAdoo talk. You know, he's gonna build on what him and Tom then started, all these years ago. So ain't nothing really gonna change, right? Listen, I'm a huge fan of Tom Coughlin. I think, I like the old Tom Coughlin more than I like this Tom Coughlin of the last 2 seasons, though.
Okay.
It's a little bit, got a little softer or whatever, I like the older one a little bit better. But, it was time. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't getting the kind of response that he wanted, stuff like that. But you can tell that he touched a lot of them players, man. And that's what, you want out of a head coach, right? I feel like, he did his time, put in the work, won 2 championships. Ain't nothing else left for him to prove. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Retired 2 years ago. Should have retired after they won Super Bowl last time. That's when they should have retired. You know what I mean? But, seeing, Eli and Odell Beckham Jr. and maybe Victor Cruz, I doubt it. I doubt if we see Victor Cruz and Big Blue ever again. But if he come back, we'll see. I doubt it, but if he come back, they ain't got to learn nothing new. So it's a good thing. I think it's good. You know what I mean? I think, the way they handled the Tom Coughlin situation was, but, I'm used to that because that's exactly what they did to John Fox in Carolina. That's the same exact thing. You know what I mean? So I know how that worked. You know what I mean? But, it is what it is. But I think the Giants going to be okay.
Okay. So you agree with the promotion of Ben McAdoo?
Absolutely.
Okay, I agree. I might give it I don't know too much about Ben McAdoo. I guess I'm gonna give it to Steve because I don't like how they got rid of Coughlin. I guess it was respectable, but it just feels a certain type of way. Especially when we looked at the press conference and see how he walked off the stage.
Right, but the thing is, like, this is what people don't understand. This has been in the works for a few years now. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are surprised by this. I'm actually surprised that they surprised. We've been talking about this for 2 years. We knew that this was getting ready to happen.
Right. He's 69 years old. I understand the players probably had a deaf ear to him right now. They wouldn't even listen to him anymore. It could. Okay, I agree with you. It could have been time, but
yeah,
I guess you can't wait on the coach to say it's time. You got to do what you got to do as an organization.
They're never gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, we love him in Carolina, man. He got us to our very first Super Bowl, right? All right, Jay. He's thinking listening to the car.
All right, I appreciate it, Jay.
Listen, I didn't want to see John Fox go, but look, he had pretty much he had become ineffective. You know what I mean? And so like they would say, hey, listen, man, we just ain't gonna renew your contract. And we letting you know that right now. At the end of the season, we don't plan on renewing you. And he had to pretty much walk away. Look, he knew that was happening. Tom Coughlin knew it was happening. So like, I don't know why people are so upset, like Eli crying and going on. Dude, you knew this was happening like for a year now. Come on, man. Right. But they're in good hands up.
Okay, cool. I guess you can't go wrong. This is the one promotion I really don't mind. It's Eli Manning. Eli Manning, he stepped his game up last season, cut down on the turnovers, on the interceptions. And this man, Ben McAdoo, was it was a prime result of his teaching. So I just like always, if you're a great offensive coordinator, you just make sure you bring in somebody that knows the defense, know how to issue out the defense. So we'll wait and see. Yeah, I don't even know what. Let me ask you, since Bernie B is a Giants fan, how you feel about the promotion?
But look, she's a Giants fan, so she wasn't feeling the whole time. She wasn't feeling. Listen, fans, and I know because I'm the same way with my parents. Like we don't get it. You know what I'm saying? It takes somebody who's not a fan of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Coughlin been there for a long time, 15 years. Has that been 15 years, something like that?
Yeah.
All the time, and you know, people just used to seeing him, and you know, they kind of got used to him, and it's gonna be weird. I guess it ain't gonna be weird because he never got a job nowhere, did he?
Who?
Tom Coughlin.
He was the Jacksonville Jaguars.
No, I'm saying is that.
Oh, now?
Yeah.
No, he's still out there.
Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm saying. So like it'd be weird seeing him coach somewhere else, you know what I mean? But whatever, you know what I mean? Yes, you know, I convinced her that McAdoo. Look, that's almost like when what's the man's name from Indy? Light bulb head, worked for NBC. What's his name? Tony Dungy. When he Indy, you know, he kind of left Jim Caldwell, you know, in place, and so it was an easier transition for the players because Caldwell always been around. He's always been around, and he wasn't really changing. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different face at the podium. That's it.
Right.
You know,
okay. Cool. All right. Last team on this carousel is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They got rid of Lovie Smith and brought in Kirk Carter. Is that how you pronounce his last name? Carter?
Derek Cutter, right?
Yeah. The offensive coordinator. They promoted him to head coach.
Which is a scam from the get-go. But anyway, let's back up a little bit, though.
Okay.
You know what? After watching, because I was surprised. I remember when I got that news, I think it was like we had just wrapped the show up, I think that night. Wrapped the show up, and about 15 minutes later, the news came through. And I'm telling you, right, I was stunned because, number one, this is Lovie Smith we're talking about. This is the same guy who got let go by Chicago after a winning season, 10-6 record, so on and so forth, Super Bowl appearance, a lot of winning records, right?
Right.
So we got a pretty decent track record. Then he goes down to Tampa one season there, which I saw tremendous growth in Tampa because, you know, I get a good close look at Tampa every year, right?
Right.
But they got a franchise. Again, they just drafted a franchise quarterback. And I'm saying, Wilson is undeniable. He is going to be their guy for the foreseeable future. They got a nice, you know, group of linebackers. They got a nice defensive front. They got tremendously talented wide receivers. They got everything they need. And so they say, well, listen, you know, we just needed you to sit here for a little bit until we got all this figured out. But you can't have none of this glory. You know what I mean? When we challenge the NFC for the NFC South title next year, we don't want you to be nowhere near this. And so it begs the difference. I mean, the question to me is something wrong with Lovie Smith? Like, what happened to him in Chicago? Is he doing something crazy? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it.
Listen, man. Lovie Smith, I love me some Lovie Smith. I think he's getting the raw end of all these deals. When he was here in Chicago, he finished 10-6, 10-6, 10-6. Yeah. The reason why he got fired is because they couldn't beat Green Bay.
Right.
That's the reason. He said when you first got here, I know the main concern, we got to beat Green Bay. 10-6. I mean, let's forget about the 10-6. You can't beat Green Bay, so let's fire you.
Aaron Rodgers is a bad man.
Then you bring in this dimwit from Canada.
How about Trestman?
Yes, Mark Trestman, 8-8, 5-11. You get rid of him. Now, John Fox, I mean, when you go 5-11, you can't go nowhere but up. So, but then again, what did we finish this year? I can't remember what we finished this year. John Fox he did that a little bit job, but back to Lovie Smith. Then he got. I think he had a great job in Tampa Bay. I said, he gonna make that up and coming. How long he been in Tampa Bay? 2 years.
Who that?
Lovie.
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. Just like you said, I totally agree. You're bringing a franchise quarterback, you're making everything look good. Give him one. I would say if you gave Lovie Smith one more year, didn't do what you got to do, cool. And what was so disrespectful? You couldn't come and tell this man in his face he was fired. You call him up, man. That's some straight. Okay, I'm gonna have to use bitch assness. Right. That's what that was, bitch assness. You don't do that, man.
If you look at it, dude, I'm telling you, like, I think they use Lovie Smith as a way to get players interested to come in to the team. Number one, like free agents and stuff, and then other like if you look at what is that? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but other than that, this team is primed. They got everything. Like this team is almost complete. I mean, they fixed a couple holes up on the offensive line. Get some nice depth at the defensive back area or whatever. Dude, they can challenge for anything at any given moment. It's weird to me that they just used this man like a little wet nap or whatever and threw him away when they got what they wanted. Oh, we got our team now. We got Doug Martin and Jameis Winston and Levante David and all these, and all these wide receivers. We got everything we need. We don't need you. You know what I'm saying? We don't need you no more. I don't know, it's weird to me. And I was a little bit bent out of shape about it because it was crazy. You know?
Totally agree. I totally agree, man. So what grade you give this promotion?
Listen.
Kirk Carter.
This is what I'm gonna say. Listen, it ain't gonna hurt Tampa, right? It ain't gonna hurt them because, like I said, they're a good team. They just needed to get it together. They had to jail around all because everybody. I mean, this team, a lot of them ain't been playing together for no more than 3 seasons. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are pretty new on the team, and so they're gonna be okay. The issue I got is the same thing that went down in Dallas a few years back with Jason Garrett and what is his name? You know what I'm talking about, Wade Phillips.
Okay.
Same situation, right? Like, oh well, Wade, we're gonna just go ahead and put him in, because relationships, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy to me, like, because I don't think Levy did nothing wrong. You know what I mean? I don't know if he got that much more production. I don't think anybody. I think if you had brought Bill Belichick down to Tampa this season, I don't think you would have got that much more production out of him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. You could have put any coach down there this season, and the same thing would have happened. You know what I mean? There's too much newness down there. You know what I mean? It's just too new, and you can't expect that much out of a rookie quarterback. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it.
Right.
And Luck came in and he did some pretty big things, but that was. I mean, that's rare. You know what I mean? That's rare.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I think the move. I think the coaching hire, who they hired, they're gonna be fine. You know what I mean? Again, it's one of the things where they didn't have to go outside. They stayed in house. So things ain't gonna change. Levy Smith done installed everything that they need for the next 4 seasons. And all this dude got to do is just run it. That's it. So he got he got the game plan. He got the scheme because Levy done put all that together for him. All he got to do is just run it. So it's good. You know what I mean? I just don't want the way it went down.
I agree. I just hope Levy Smith get another chance. You know what I'm saying? He's a good coach. I seen what he did here in Chicago. And you know what? I did some research, and what really ticks me off, I like Jeff Fisher.
Mm-hmm. I don't.
He a great coach. I said him time and time again.
What's going on?
What's up, Shutterbug? I seen what was going on time and time again. This is all I'm going to say. I did a little research, and this is how I feel about the Good Old Boy Network. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay? Most consecutive seasons under 500.
Jeff Fisher, right?
Number 1. I mean, not number 1. I'm sorry. Number 3. Jacksonville Jaguars with 5. This is active right now.
Okay.
Number 2, Tampa Bay Buccaneers with 8. Number 1 with 9 consecutive seasons under 500.
Tennessee Titans.
St. Louis Rams.
They edged out the Titans?
St. Louis Rams. Jeff Fisher been there all this time under 500.
That's crazy.
Has lost his job. But then again, Lovie Smith loses his job.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Ezra?
How do you explain this? How do you explain the
situation? You can't. It's the Good Old Boy Network.
Jason Garrett. How do you explain Jason Garrett? How do you explain Jason Garrett? Now, I think Jason Garrett got a break last season because for whatever reason decided to run the football and they were able to win some games. But before they decided to run the football, when they was trying to put everything on Tony Romo, they lost everything. And
there was we always said a mediocre 8-8.
Absolutely right. And I thought, and we said this for the last 3-4 seasons, that every year we'd be like, well, Jason Garrett gonna get fired. Well, Jason Garrett, Jerry Jones come on TV and be like, no, Jason Garrett is our guy. We're gonna go forward with him. I'm like, wow, okay, let's extend him another 2 seasons. So, that right there is, I think that's always gonna be a problem in the NFL until we get some black owners, right? If we don't never get no black owners, we're gonna have to deal with it. That's simple and plain. You know what I mean? We're gonna see the NFL keep recycling the same old guys because they play golf together. They each other during Christmas or whatever the case may be. And so, people like Jeff Fisher will always have a job. People like, Jason Garrett will always have a job. These guys will always be around. The
Mike Shanahan still in people's mouth. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They always gonna have a job. You know what I mean? Always.
Yeah. Totally agree.
They got all this money, invest in the NFL, because I'm telling you, the NFL, as much as I love it, I'm gonna say it on record. I love the NFL to death. It's my favorite sports league. But I'm telling you, it is the most racist sports league in America. It is. It's more racist than baseball, NBA. I know the NBA, if some stuff went down last year with the NBA or whatever the case may be, but I'm telling you, the NFL is racist, dude. From the top to the bottom. It is very racist, and that's only because we ain't got no black ownership. That's why.
Yeah. I don't even see that in the horizon, bro. As much as I agree with you, I don't see that in the horizon. They're not gonna let no owner come up in here, a black owner come up here in the NFL. Yeah, they won't. So I mean, pie in the sky, and I hope it's right.
I know that's right. Anyway, I just had to throw it out there. NFL. NFL. It is what it is.
I got you, man. So, hey, man, I like this. This is a great thing we got going on here. You know what I'm saying? So, let's go ahead and close shop, bro.
Let's do it.
I want to expound on all these the Rams going to LA, but we're gonna just save that for another time, man. We've already been on here for an hour and a half.
Yeah, well, we
got overtime.
got carried away.
Yeah, no problem. But anyway, go ahead.
Anybody watching that who has not seen us on Team Boy TV Live, we do go live every Wednesday night at 8:30 Eastern. We'll get a little deeper into it. Me, Glass, JB will be in the house. You know what I mean? So yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay. First off, before we move on, I appreciate everybody joining in that chimed in. J. O'Leans from Love Sports and Hip Hop, Ezra from Idiot Sports Talk. We appreciate that. City of Champs 55 from Boston. We appreciate you chiming in. I think there was one more up in there. What was his name?
Something.
Brandon at God _ 2356. We appreciate you chiming in, catching us and whatnot. And we're gonna come back. We like
a little bit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he in for a little bit. We appreciate y'all chiming in. We'll be back here on Blab. We're gonna put out, I guess we could say we could put our 2-cent deposit on sports on Blab. It used to be on YouTube, but we'll put it on Blab. I like it. Yeah, right. So thanks for joining us. And officially send yourself out, bro.
Yeah, so listen, it's your boy Big Q. Hey, if you guys like the pure NFL talk, man, we got a little YouTube channel, Team Boy TV Turbo on YouTube. You can also follow me on Twitter at Team Boy TV. We get down, a couple podcasts a week and that kind of thing. We have some really nice conversations, man. Glass is there with us, you know what I mean? And we got, and like I was telling your boy Jay Orleans, the door is always open, man. Like, we love having guests on the show. So, exactly. Anybody want to get down, y'all can do that. But anyway, like I said, follow me on Twitter at Team Boy TV. I tweet a lot during the football games and stuff, and that kind of stuff. And you always know when we working on and what we're doing. Stay notified. So that's me right there, bro.
Right, cool. Well, I'm your boy Glass from Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. You can follow me on Twitter at Get With It Sports. Check out the YouTube channel, Get With It Sports 2. If you got any comments, questions, any feedback you want to give us, tell us what we could do better here on Blab, what we could do better on YouTube and whatnot. Email me at getwithsports2, that's number 2 at gmail.com. I got a little blog page. I'm kind of like behind on, but check out the blog. You can get all the information you need to get off the blog page at getwithsports.wordpress.com. And if you here on Blab, click the follow button, whatever you got to do to see the up-and-coming events we got going on here on Blab, because I kind of like this.
I like it too.
So that's where we...
It's a Team Boy TV Live, which I might have to think about that because we go live tomorrow, right? Yeah, so I figured out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know you will. I know. Give you a little time, you get it. But anyway, we're going to sit here and close shop. We thank everybody for joining. And as always, on Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. Be good, be safe, get with it. Peace.